do with the Jaguars and with Doug and Trevor?
It's been great. A lot more familiarity this time around, especially during this time of year. So just being able to come out here and knock some of the rust off and, pick up where we left off last year.
What was the challenge last year to get used to a new team, new coach, new quarterback, all that? And how do you feel like you did, Christian?
Yeah, I think it was tough individually, but I think, as a team, it took a little bit of time for us to kind of settle in. Our first time all learning a new system, offensively, defensively, special teams. So, that stuff doesn't happen overnight. I think we showed that, especially going into the back half of the season. When it started to click for us is when we finally started to win and start being the team that we can become. And so it was kind of the same thing individually. The first half of the season was, pretty good. But, once some of that familiarity, we were able to get on the same page and communication was, flowing smoothly, things started to take off. So, like I said, it's just a lot better this year.
Doug said, when he talked about you earlier, Christian's a pro's pro. He's somebody I can lean on. From that leadership component, how much pride do you take in that?
Tons. Because I had great leaders and great mentors when I first came in the league. And, that's been my whole goal is, when I get to that opportunity to where I'm one of the older guys in the room, I want to pass down all the knowledge that I obtained and have obtained from my mentors and, guys who have led me. So, that's the role that I see myself in and want to keep working on that.
What's the relationship like with you and Trevor in year two? Can you tell nuances and things that small little details that are different?
Yeah, it's just time on task. And, we spend a lot of time with one another off the field and have a really good friendship. And so that makes it even easier, just able to communicate and, know what one of each other is thinking. And I think that's the biggest part. And so now that we've had a season under our belt within the system, we know the looks, we know when we're going to get man, we know we're going to get zone, how each route looks based off of certain, leverage and how the DB's playing. It just helps so much. And I think now more than ever, we're on the same page, and I'm looking forward to developing that even more.
Doug said you've totally embraced Calvin. We kind of talked about it when the trade was made. What's it been like having kind of him in here and getting him up to speed?
Yeah, he's been awesome. Just has put his nose into the playbook and has really done all the extra things to really pick up the system and really learn, what we're trying to do in our system and his role in it. And obviously he's going to be a big part of it. And we're all really excited to see, what he can do when we really start getting into the nitty gritty. But, from a character aspect and being able to submerge himself in the room and be a leader, he's been great.
It seems like there's a narrative out there of, well, the Jaguars got Calvin Ridley and now he'll be the number one. And I know you and Calvin get along, but what kind of edge does that give you when it's like, look, I just caught 84 passes for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns, set career highs on all those, and I'm going into year two. I'm 26 years old. You still have your best football ahead of you.
Yeah. It's there's no sense of competition or ego within our room. I've never had that, and I'll never carry that. But I will say, it's not new to me. When people say that stuff, it's not new. But I show up to work and try to be as best as I can for this football team, and whatever we can do to help win football games. And at the end of the year, if we're holding up, a Super Bowl trophy, I could care less if I'm receiver 1, 2, or 7. As long as I'm there and I have a part in getting that, that's the ultimate goal. So it's just you blocking out the noise. But I think from our aspect, me and Calvin, that'll never be a thing, in our room, and I appreciate about him.
Do you think you guys have what it takes to have a special year this year?
100%. It's all here. It's all in the building, and we just have to put it all together. What happened last year is in the past, and, we can't hang our hat on that. Nobody cares about that. Whoever we play on Sunday is not going to care about that. We still got to go line up and put our best foot forward. So that should be the mentality for us this year.
It took Trevor about half the year to kind of find his footing, and then he obviously was sensational for you guys. A full year of Trevor being at his best and even getting better. What kind of dynamic presence do you think the passing game can have this year?
I think, it can be one of the best. Like I said, if we just keep working and keep getting better and learn off of our mistakes. But Trevor has done a great job, especially towards the end of the year of, taking what the defense has given him and, being able to also get to things, being able to check to, good plays and get us out of bad ones based off the defense's look. So, I think, like I said, we have all the tools. And, I always say that 16 is going to take us as far as we want to go. And, he poses everything and has everything to be able to do that.
Christian Kirk, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Great seeing you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you, fellas.